People love people. Government doesn't. And when we figure that out, that's when we'll begin to turn this country around. For too long, we have tolerated government theft through taxes and regulatory fines, in the hopes that at least they might use that money to help those who need it. But we are supposed to be doing it, not paying the government to do it. Because no matter how good intentioned the people in Washington or those who voted them in might be, government cannot fix these kinds of problems. We've spent literally billions of dollars fighting the war on poverty, and we've got more in poverty today than at any time in this nation's history. Why? Because you can't just throw money at it and expect these problems to magically go away. Because desperate, hurting people need other people to help walk them through their pain. And often it's the journey through the pain that makes better people out of both of them. Freedom from pain and freedom from fear are not freedoms guaranteed in our Constitution, because they are not freedoms that can ever be realized or attained until we reach heaven. In this life there will be pain and there will be fear at various points, and we have to face them. And no amount of money thrown at government programs can ever hope to change that fact of life, nor should it, because when it tries, we end up with a nation full of people with little regard for hard work and perseverance. A nation full of people who are constantly looking for a handout, who believe everyone owes them something, who believe that it's wholly unfair whenever they see someone who has something that they do not. A nation full of people who will continue to vote year after year after year for the same tired campaign promises that have resulted in so much pain, misery, and loss of freedoms in this nation, because they are simply voting for the politician that promises the biggest handout. This has to stop. Eventually, the rich will stop producing. Either they'll decide that they're tired of being ripped off and simply go on strike, so to speak, or we'll simply bury them under so much government taxation and regulation there won't be any profit left, and they'll be forced out of business. Where will the handouts come from then? The monopoly money the government is printing? Stop kidding yourselves. Every time the government decides to print more money, the money you already have, what little of it there is these days, becomes less valuable and can purchase less. Stop giving your money to an inept government. And if you're one of the ones who spends more time on the receiving end of those taxes than you do on the giving end, consider the inevitable result. When are you going to stop settling for the table scraps the government gives you and start earning what you're worth? Start contributing to society and get paid for it. Stop allowing the state to devalue your savings. End the Federal Reserve right now, today. Yes, it can be done. There may be a rough transitional period to go through. It's certainly better than the alternative we're living with now, though, where every single year our dollar can purchase less and less and less. And lastly, stop abdicating your responsibility to help those less fortunate than yourself. As a human being on this planet, there is no more important thing that you can do. And trust me, working together will accomplish far more than government ever could.